Growing up without our parents was a rough experience, but the worst happened when my brother got into drugs.
He spent all our savings to purchase drugs.
Isolated himself from his family members, and spent most of his time with his friends.
Wow, I did high as I did like this.
He got into many drugs from pills to weed, syrup, and he injected himself. He became very violent and got into trouble. He spent days outside without coming home. The drugs began to eat him gradually. It was painful seeing him lose his mind, but it was more painful when we lost him forever.
Stay safe. Don't do drugs. This is Narco Tales.
Hello and welcome to Narco Tales, where we explore the complexities of substance abuse and recovery. I am your host, Netta Wedozie. Joining us today is Fodio, a courageous individual who has battled substance dependence and is now sharing his story to inspire hope and awareness. Hi Fodio, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Netta.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
So Fodio, what were the effects on your personal life, family life, and academics?
It's devastating. It's I mean, let's look at it from this angle. I'm 36 now. I'm 36 years old. Of 36, 16 years went down the drain with drug abuse. So when you talk about consequences, I'm living it right now. Sitting here is actually one of the consequences, one of the impact, one of the effects, one of the price I'm paying for my addiction. Dropped out from the university twice. After I left Okija, came back to IBB University luckily. Also couldn't concentrate. I've been writing since 2014. Like I said, I love writing. In fact, poetry was actually one of my greatest discovery as an addict, because I needed to share my feelings, my thoughts on issues. So I needed something. So that's how I discovered poetry. So I've been writing. So one of my mentors, was asked to one of the newspapers. We're looking for a replacement for their correspondent that left, and they said, okay, among those your boys that are writing poetry, give us one person to be our correspondent in Niger State. So writing has always been, it's what I enjoy doing. It's a skill. It's something that I love and passionate about.
I can relate to that.
Yes. So, but then, regardless of how much I love this, my addiction also affected my career growth as a writer. My relationships, my God. I've had the opportunity to have a discussion with a former president in Niger State, former military president. You understand? I've had interactions with senators, prominent people. So I am in the circle. I understand it. I've lost a lot of relationship when I spoke out. It's part of the consequences.
Sure.
Normal. I think pick my phone, call younger brother to a former governor in Niger State. Oh God, this is me. Why? Right now I can't do it. You will not even pick my call. Why? I spoke out. So man, I'm paying the price, man.
You spoke out. What does that mean?
Spoke out that, man, I need help.
Okay.
Like I'm dying. This is my struggle.
So their anger was because you spoke out? They were also doing the same thing and they didn't want to get exposed or something?
Of course there's that concern.
Okay.
Like I said, I know who is who. I know who is running, who is everything. I know we understand everything. So in our culture of hypocrisy, including hypocrisy, that you shouldn't talk about this. This is not a discussion you should let the public know now. Everybody is battling, doing his own thing quietly. You don't understand. This is not about what the society thinks, about my life. I'm dying. I need help. You're not concerned. So, of course, those are some of the consequences for me. Some of the impact. Losing those contacts, those relationships. Having a lot of career opportunities being flushed down the drain. academic opportunities. I have a friend now who we all started out. I think he's an associate prof now in the UK. I think in the United States. Those are some of the consequences. You know how many millions of naira I've lost? You know how many millions dealers made off me? Even though, like I said, I was privileged by association with friends, with relatives. You know, I have produced a former deputy governor in my family. So I know where I'm coming from, I know who I am. So those privileges gave me, like I said, the inside knowledge, know-how of what works, what is working. Those are the consequences for me. But of course, like I said, moving away, speaking out, a lot of people have to distance themselves from it.
So what about health-wise? Did it affect your health?
Yeah, it did. At the moment, I refuse to go for any organ tests or anything.
Because you're scared?
I'm not really scared. I don't want to disappoint myself.
Oh.
I'm not scared of anything. I know that, of course, there will be definitely consequences. If you take that years, a decade plus, putting in a lot of chemicals, a lot of substances, then you should expect. I remember one time in Lapai, I went to get my supply. Actually, I ran out of syrup yet, so I need to take something. So I went to the local chemist there in Lapai to get this coughlin, this normal, what's it called? It's not codeine, it's just normal
cough syrup.
Yes, cough syrup that you sell regularly at the normal chemist, not codeine, without codeine, just to get. So the guy became concerned, was like, your veins. He was actually advising me, like, the way you are taking this constantly, your veins, you should be concerned about your veins. So of course I know there will be, but I have not, because I don't want to, but there will be. And I'm not going to hide it, like I said, because I'm out to make people understand that, oh, there are consequences. Of course, and again, of course, even though some of those choices, it's not like we woke up and said, we want to do this. No. Like I said, some of the people that we trained together in Sabongeri in Kano. I trained with Ibrahim Ba. They are there now, they are an academy right now in Kano. Some of the people that we played together are in Europe. Some are professionals now. Some are playing in the National League here, in the MPFL here in Nigeria. Those are some of my friends that we played together. So, do you understand what it means to sit down and look at the person that went, bro, we dey train for Sabongeri for Ibrahim Ba. Now, together with Ibrahim Ba, they flog us if we score number of goals that he gave us that we must score. This is someone in Europe, and this is me. Of course, I'm paying the price for experiences. It's for me, the feeling right now is that if I just do like this, like, can I just switch and take better choices? I'm seeing the years. Anytime I look back, I see the 16 years. I see them because I carry them around with me.
How does it make you feel?
Disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. I know who I should have been. God, I know. And the people who believed in me. So anytime that I looked at those people, their faces, and it's heartbreaking. So those are some of the consequences. Right now, I can, unlike before, I can pick my call and call it. If there's someone I can call and say, hey man, bro, man, lend me 1 million naira. Like, he's going to send me 1 million naira. And now I can't call anybody and say, give me 5,000 naira. You know how that feels? You know how it feels to lose everything you ever worked for? You're running in debts in millions. Forget about even supply debts. Legit debts. You know how embarrassing it is to recall some certain things that you shouldn't have done? But of course, I know I'm a warrior.
Yeah.
This is one of the consequences. Look at this.
What happened?
This deformity. It's one of the consequences of drugs. I was high, we were in a hotel, and there was a reef. Like I said, even though I wasn't supposed to, it was more of trying to fit in. And of course, because I'm a very smart person. So, and most of my cousins, they like me around because confidence, like I don't have any, I can talk, I can express myself anywhere before anybody. And of course, there's also this issue that I want to dispute. Our inspiration when we are high on drugs.
You get inspiration when you're high.
That's a lie.
I mean, most people say that you know, when they are high on these drugs, they get inspiration to do more, to work harder.
Yeah, you're not working more.
That is true.
You're not. If you are high, you want to enjoy your cruise for say 6 hours, 3 hours, depending on how it works for you. You know, at that moment you're not doing anything productive. You're not doing anything. You just want to enjoy the moment. So if you look at it, impact, consequences, and paying the price, academics, career opportunities, relationships, so many things. I had to start my brand from scratch. Like I said, I lost everything.
What did you say happened to your ear?
Yeah. We had a reef, and you know, the guy used a plank, and I dodged it. But this is actually, I was high, and it's not something that shouldn't, like, there were better ways to resolve that issue. But because at that moment I wasn't.
Yeah, you're under the influence.
Yes. You know what blue boy makes you become aggressive, you know, you become very, very confrontational with people, you know, very embarrassing situation, very embarrassing circumstances. So this is one of the prize. You know? And again, another prize is that for people without strong will, you become a tool to anybody, especially if you have a skill. You know? People will always use you just to achieve your purpose because they know you're not thinking straight.
Yes, but I have a question though.
Yeah.
Don't you think everyone has a choice? Don't you think everyone always has a choice?
We do. Like I said, in life, of course, this is the price of the choices that I've made. These opportunities that I've lost, these relationships, these academic opportunities, career opportunities, because this is me paying the price of what I have done.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that as a child, as a teenager, or as a child generally, every child needs someone to guide him through. When choices present themselves, how do you make better choices? How do you make informed choices? Like I said, I grew up without monitoring. There was excessive freedom to go out what you want. We started sneaking out to go to clubs in Kano, Sport Nightclub. There was Konkoso that demolished when he came, I think during his first time in Kano. We used to pay 20 naira to get into Sport Nightclub. You know, there was nobody was monitoring, nobody was observing that these guys are not even sleeping and we sneak, we come back, you know. So those things were the reason why I lacked the, you know, I'm not supposed to hang around people like this. I'm not supposed to try to fit in. There was someone who's supposed to tell me that, you don't worry, you don't need to fit in. You're different. You're created individually now. Why must you try to fit in? Why must you try to feel among?
What about family? Your mom? Nobody knew that you were going through all of
I wasn't with them. I wasn't with like I said, I wasn't with my parents.
Yes, but they never
paid that. No, they didn't. I hardly visit.
The entire 16 years.
Yeah, well, no, at a point, of course they will. But when they realized I was already deep neck now, like I was a pro. I was a professional addict. Like I was so deep. The game was part of me. It's part of me. It's part of what I do.
Did they do anything to help?
Yeah, they did. I went to rehab a couple of times.
What drew you to recovery?
For me, 2 instances. There was one issue of overdose.
Oh.
You know. Then how much people, users, especially women, are willing to go, how far they are willing to go just to get supply, to maintain supply. Those scenarios, seeing people, a lot of my friends who are users, how they are trapped in abusive relationships, how much people are willing to go to pimp other people's children just to get, you know, those 2 scenarios where what I felt, damn man, I need to leave this place. Like, this is not working. And realizing that, man, this is a cycle that will continue. It's not like this cycle changes anything. It's a repeated cycle. That's why 16 years becomes waste, because you're not being productive in it. You're just losing money, you're losing the relationship, you're losing yourself, you're losing your health.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As we pause, we take a moment to reflect on the courage it takes to confront the past. We'll be right back.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. So did you take yourself to rehab?
Yeah, based on the recommendation of a friend, it wasn't something that I'm proud of. More of, especially during the COVID-19, especially, that was my biggest turnaround, the recovery, because I fell back to religion. Generally, I fell back. Of course, I'm so grateful for the NDLEA's telehealth service. You know, sometimes I'll just call and discuss with a professional, you know, share some thoughts about some certain things and how I feel about some certain things.
And there are people that would always be there to listen to you.
24/7.
Yes.
You get 24/7. There's this particular man that I spoke to several times, Chris. I don't know his other name, but his name is something Chris. So, all of that during the COVID-19, discovering those tafsirs, those Islamic teachings, you know, of Sheikh Ahmad Tijani Guruntu. He's an Islamic preacher from Bauchi State. You know, falling back, you know, having support groups, relating with people with lived experience was actually a huge motivation to that. Oh man, look, there's also the worry was that how after this now, how do I start again? That has been the worry, that has been the delusion, that has been triggering the relapse most times. And of course, I have to resign from my job, like leave the environment because it was toxic. I need to move away just to get myself. You know, so all of that, seeing the reality dawning on me that, man, look at my mates. Yeah, I felt that, man, recovery is I need to. It's something that I have to do. Because I've lost, like I said, lost everything I ever worked for.
So how has it been since recovery?
Well, it has been tough, but a beautiful experience for me. There's a lot of self-discovery, and there's a lot of self-awareness, self-will, to know that, okay, I really need to utilize this shot to redemption, because I would have been dead as a result of the last overdose. I would have been dead.
What did you OD on?
It was actually cocaine, you get. So, and it was for the first time, you get. I was trying to, like, okay, you know what, let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. So it was something that no, I don't want to. So, but of course, right now, like I said, self-awareness is there. This is me trying to enjoy my recovery process every day. Every day is a new day for me. Every day is a new day. And so, because of the self-realization, self-awareness, I've been able to draw boundaries. I've been able to take out myself from environments that will trigger any relapse. or a toxic environment, I'm getting judged because I'm fighting, I'm dealing with the stigma. That's one angle of the recovery again that I'm battling with. While you're battling to be okay here, you're still battling with people judging you unnecessarily. You're still trying to battle some of the realities that happened. That, oh man, this shouldn't have happened. There's those thoughts. So, but then generally, it's beautiful. I'm having a good time with my network, the Niger State Recovery Network. This is a network of people with lived experience. We decide to come together. Like, you know what? Even though a lot of you are not ready to be seen, like I damn the consequences, I'm going to be seen. I'm going to talk about these issues. We're going to create content. We're going to have a podcast. This is all part of the recovery for me. I'm creating. I just had a meeting with an app developer that I wanted to come and create an app for me. I want us to bring advocacy. I want us to bring mental health issues. I want us to bring religious support into one place. Let's see what we can do. So this is all recovery for me. I'm having a good time. But while fighting a difficult battle of stigma, I had to move away from, because of the self-awareness. There were a lot of people that I held in high, like I was holding them. These are people, these are real people that I'm relating with, I'm being loyal to. But because the self-awareness now made me understand that these people are just clowns, they are just users, they were using me. But I'm paying the price of independence, trying to do things on my own. And of course, because I have lost trust from people who were supposed to invest in my ideas. So those are, again, another price I'm paying. But generally, recovery has been beautiful. I love it. I love the advocacy. I love the opportunities. And shout out to you guys, the NDLEA, the Directorate of Media and Advocacy. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
I love everything that you guys are doing. So generally, this is now me generally in a different phase of life, because right now I'm just within the circle where we discuss these issues, share these stories, call for, look, we need to come together, because of course the issue of stigma is there. People, you're battling the fact that you're trying to be okay and someone is trying to make you feel bad. Anybody that wants to insult me now, they say, don't mind him. He was a drug user. That's the tag. I can't even express myself. You tell me, don't worry, he's not mentally stable. Are you okay? So if I express myself or something, you don't have facts to counter my opinion. So you just go and stick around that nonsense story and say, this is, So, but then, we are fine generally. I'm happy. It's not easy, but the recovery has been beautiful.
That's good.
We're working on it and we'll continue. It's a daily battle and we'll continue consistently.
What advice do you have for people out there struggling with substance abuse or dependence?
My advice for users, those who are struggling, is that you tell yourself the truth. Because the truth of the matter is that nobody can tell you. If you're a user, I know what I'm saying. I know, and this is I'm not a professional. I'm just a lived experience. I'm speaking from a lived experience point of view. Have a good will. If you are ready, it doesn't matter how long you have been in the game. If you are ready, seek help. But of course, I understand the reason why a lot of people cannot come out. Like I said, there are a lot of factors: cultural, religious. People. If you speak, you're going to disgrace the family. People will start distancing themselves from you. So the fear of stigma. And that's why I'm calling out on relevant agencies, relevant stakeholders, the NDLEA, the NGOs, those users especially. Users. I'm encouraging users to come forward, to share their stories. It's going to go a long way. Even though, especially now we have the internet, we're in a digital era. Create TikTok accounts, pass in your message. The same way those who are enabling it. Go to TikTok, you see people who are enablers.
True.
You understand? Of course, the music industry, like I said, they're playing a huge role in enabling this. There was one rapper that was giving 1 million naira for someone to go and buy Kana. One Abuja rapper. He was on TikTok, on X, Twitter. He was sharing 1 million naira to go and buy Kana publicly. He's encouraging it. You know how influential they are. So with that, so we need to speak out. We need to advocacy on destigmatization. We need to our politicians, even though they are very dishonest people, you know, like, they know that if they put the right structure to combat these issues, whether at the recovery and rehabilitation level, who will be doing their dirty work for them? So they are not serious, even, you know, they are just hypocrites when it comes to at the leadership level, you know. So but generally my own thought is that, look, man, as a kid now, those users just get the courage, go and seek help. Don't forget about the stigma, seek help. You know? Especially now that, like I said, the NDLEA has a telehealth service that you can just call animals, nobody's asking your name. You know, you can speak in Pidgin, you can speak in the 3 major languages.
Yes.
You can discuss and seek help. When you do that, it's very, very important. Then the Gen Zs, you know, I know say their head they hot. You get. Listen, don't do drugs, do your dreams. I have this slogan, this mantra that I'm pushing. When you choose dreams over drugs, choose life. Because the truth of the matter is that you're not enjoying anything. You feel you're enjoying now. This moment you have, you go and lodge hotels, get supplies, you know, you're just wasting. We've been there. There's nothing, there's no benefit at all. Don't do drugs, do your dreams. If I had not done drugs, I would have been playing my professional career, football career, pursuing my professional career right now. You know, if I had not done drugs now, as a creative writer, I know where I would have been now career wisely. You know, as a journalist, as a political essayist in Niger State, I know where I would have been. You know, so that's generally the prices that I have to pay. So don't do drugs. There's nothing to benefit from it. Someone is making millions off your own resources. Look at me. I'm in debt. I have a lot of debts. I'm clearing debt like, say, now my son. Those are the results. Those are the consequences. There's no gain. There's no benefit in it. Someone is making out of money. And those who are responsible should just fear God. They should understand that they shouldn't be making money at the detriment of the society. Why are you bringing cocaine worth 1 billion naira? Why are you bringing tramadol worth 500 million? Why are you greedy? Why are you a wicked human being? Because you have the resources, you have the structure that will help you enable this. And you are bringing it. Then our religious leaders, Islamically, they should, I'm very, very, I won't say I'm, you know, preaching, calling out is not enough. Action. You know, you have mega mosques. You know, what are you doing to support in terms of rehabilitation? What are you doing beyond just preaching? Oh, we know it is, yes, the responsibility of the family to, but it has already escalated. It's out now. It's the community's problem. Let's have structure. But I understand, like I said, some of them are hypocrites because even though they are the ones in charge of doing all this, their children are the ones who are doing this. We know them. They know we know them. So, you know, but they should do better when it comes to, we need to give people, you know, opportunity that, okay, fine, let them have a shot to redemption. I believe that everybody deserves a shot to redemption. Everybody deserves a shot to recovery.
And that's what the NDLEA is trying to do under the leadership of Brigadier General Mohammed Jobamara.
Kudos to
through Narco Tales, we're trying to, you know, spread awareness, you know, advocacy. So that's what we're trying to do. And
you guys are doing, like I said, beautiful job.
Thank you very much.
The fight against drug trafficking is lovely. I'm following the updates. Like, you guys are doing amazing. It's crazy, the numbers. People need to see encouraged. People need to be encouraged to speak out.
Thank you very much. That's it on today's episode. You can always reach out to the NDLEA's call center on 0800 1020 3040. My name is Netta Wedozie and I remain your host.
There are several types of money laundering. I think there are 5 types of money laundering. There is safe money laundering, there is stand-alone money laundering, there is a third-party money laundering, there is money laundering using corporate vehicle, then there is money laundering using with international predicates. So the money laundering that you're talking about is the one that is not tied down to the predicate offense of drug. You understand? So that kind of money laundering investigation, we have power under Section 4 of the NDLA Act, which says if somebody is living above his means, is accumulating assets unabated, and you don't know where he got his money, you can apply under Section 4 and get the consent of the Attorney General of the Federation to investigate him, because his means of livelihood is not commensurate to his ostensible income.
Don't do drugs, don't do drugs, don't try it though. He go choke you, he go steal your sunshine, he go shock you, he don't kill him any youth for my area, even for your area. When you start it to stop, it no go easy. As you dey drag am go, he dey drag you down. Water come out from my eyes, oh, when I remember all the guys, oh, where many of them kicking bucket, oh, some cut to socket, oh, make we no forget, oh, no dey talk it, oh, say, don't do drugs, rock up you see body, oh, don't go wound your busy body. If you die, you go sad, oh. Oh yeah, help me tell somebody. Say, rock up you see body, oh. Body, oh. Body, oh.
This message is brought to you by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA.